Alrighty, first deck of the evening is Bilbo Blue. A lot of people have been playing this in Legacy as well as Modern, and this is the namesake card. Bilbo, Thief in the Night, is a 2-mana 2/2 legendary creature halfling rogue. Spells you cast from anywhere other than your hand cost 1 less to cast, and whenever attacked, you get to cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery from your graveyard. If it's an instant or sorcery, you exile. So basically just to flash those back. The cool thing is the artifacts obviously don't get exiled, so you can actually reuse them and continue casting them every single turn. We're trying to take advantage of that in a couple ways. Obviously, it's just nice to be able to like bring back Ponders, Thought Scours, Flow States, and stuff like that in the early game. If you can get this down on turn 2, you start swinging and generating some card advantage. We also have Boomerang Basics, which can sort of start bouncing permanents. However, we're also playing 2 Spellbomb and a Soul Guide Lantern. Spellbomb can be a cantrip. These are basically free with Bilbo since they cost 1 less to cast. So we get to just cast these, and then we can pay 1 to bounce something or pay 1 to just draw a card. Same idea, Soul Guide Lantern, we can crack it to exile something, or we can crack it to draw a card. I wish we had Bobble, but unfortunately we don't, so we're playing these as sort of the next best thing. We are also playing Storm Chaser's Talent. We do need some game-ending threats. Bilbo isn't necessarily that threatening on its own in terms of damage output, so Storm Chaser's Talent's really cool. We can make 1/1 Prowess Otters. Obviously, we can buy back some instant sorceries, and then at level 3, we can just start cranking out Otters. This is also quite good with Boomerang Basics. We can bounce it, you know, make an Otter, bounce it, draw a card, replay it, make another Otter kind of vibe. Moving up in mana cost, we are also playing Counterspell along with 4 Force Negation, sort of as our counter suite. We're trying out 4 Flow State. You'll notice I'm also playing Thought Scour to help fuel Flow State, but also in turn make sure that Bilbo has plenty of things to flash back from the graveyard. And then I think the weirdest inclusion, which I'm excited to see how it goes, is 4 Dismember, because this is a free removal spell. If we can get it in the yard with Bilbo, you can, well, not free, it's basically a snuff out that we can cast over and over with Bilbo every time we attack. So that's kind of like the main reason I wanted to play this card, just to see how well it would do with like a tempo sort of shell that could just power out free removal every turn as we chip in for damage. But we'll see if the life loss is too big of a deal as we go. On top of that, we're playing a couple of Treasure Cruise. Again, great with Thought Scour. And then we are also playing some actual threats in the form of Tolarian Terror. This is kind of a flex slot. We could hop into whatever we want, but I think Terror is fine. 5/5 that we can usually cast for 1 mana, and Ward 2 is pretty decent. There's a chance we would want to play like Kaleem or something that's a little easier to like get some utility out of, and you know, tap things, draw cards, blah blah blah. But for now, I'm just sticking with Terror. Sideboard wise, a bunch of fun stuff in here. We're playing Needle, Soul Guide, Vexing Bauble. Obviously, just like the main deck artifacts, we can buy these back. A couple Harbinger of the Seas, Mystical Disputes plus Spell Snare, some extra counter magic. Surgical's in here, Pithing Needle's in here. Ashiok Dreamrender, good against, you know, Scape Shift, core decks. Exiles the graveyard against Yogg and stuff like that. Quantum Riddler for some grind. And then I'm trying out a couple Raven Form, which is not a playable card, probably. But it exiles an artifact or a creature, and we can foretell it for 1 mana. And I just think that's kind of interesting to have some blue removal. Hard removal, in a sense, that hits artifacts as well. So we're giving that a spin. That's the deck list. Let's try it out. Alright, here we go. What a hand. We'll try it out. I don't know what the fuck we're doing today. Now stop having fun? Impossible. Play Storm Chaser's Talent on 1. Having fun's for losers. Guys, Rick Taloy at hotmail.com. Shout out Rick Taloy. I think I'm gonna snuff out the bird because we're gaming. And we're just gonna ponder here. I like a lot of these. Can't believe they banned talent. It's not even that bad. What were they? What did people say they should have hit but didn't? Oh, Revelations. Should I just bounce this thing and... I'm gonna bounce this to his hand. I don't play standard, so I'm not really sure. Kiora. Interesting. Why'd my opponent be playing Simic Devotion? What does that do for them? Okay, so we are taking a lot of life. We are at 11. Our opponent hasn't hit us once. And this is our third Dismember in hand. Opponent plays Badger Mole Crab. We're gonna kill the Chub in response. I mean, Revelations would just gut Jeskai, but decided got like 4 decks with talent. Okay, yeah, that's true. But like, were there other green decks? Like, if you're playing green, do you auto play Badger? I feel like you do. Chat, what is my opponent on? Do I just want to exile and draw 3? I think I do. Which is tough. This is 8 mana. I'm just gonna exile the whole yard. But is it really fucking nice to have? Yeah, that makes sense. So let's see if I get like fight rating. I'm not really sure what's going on. Maybe he's just playing like that Fanatic of Ronus build with Trudge just to power up and try and speed things out a little faster. Plays a Trudge. Alright, chat. Can we figure out how to kill our opponent? If we top deck a land, I don't know. Oh, we died. Shit, chat. I got Shrek'd. Interesting. I'm still wondering what the blue is for, but I guess we'll find out. Very spicy. Let's grab a Spell Snare. I want to try out these Raven forms. I don't think I hate a Surgical here. We can probably drop the Soul Guide. And maybe double force, triple force negation. We'll keep our regular counter spells. I got bamboozled. I was in pain. Chat, turns out Slumbering Trudge can attack. Horned Badger and Dream, suddenly you have 4 mana on turn 2. But also Badger hasn't won a single major tournament because, well, you can just sideboard removal. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't really read the standard explanation. Did they talk about play patterns or anything? But I guess Landfall is still really good right now, though, isn't it? Alright, chat. Let's ponder on one. I think I'll take a Raven form just because it's interesting and I want to see how it works. I am hungry. Ba-ba-da-ba-do. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-do. Slumbering Trudge. I think I'm just gonna hold on to a counterspell here. We'll see if he... So maybe he is just a regular Trudge deck, but he's also on Devotion. I don't think I want to bounce that till it's ready to go. We're just gonna pass. Find a Boomerang Basics. Let's Flow State. Or the chancing I get rigged next turn. Pretty high. Whatever our opponent's doing, just... Well... Maybe it's just blue for Stubborn out of the side. No, he's playing Trailblazer too. So he's just playing the Trudge package in Devotion. Like that Aspiring Spike list. Which is interesting, I guess. We find a Sink into Stupor. Okay, so let's Raven form this. Bounce this. No, let's swing first. I want to get a flow state here, I think. Counterspell plus a spell snare sounds pretty good to me. And then we'll try and snare the Badgermole on the way back down. Nice. Okay, chat. Counterspell is a good pickup too. I just want to ponder here first, I think. I like all of these cards. I'll take a Dismember. Do I want to bounce something? Not yet. We'll just hold up double Counterspell. Pretty much, Badgermole was banned because practice offense made games quick, so instead of killing offense, they banned a key card in a lot of decks. But doesn't it being a key card in so many decks make it, like, a problem in general? Like, it's just so strong in general? Right? Because if you ban offense, let's say you ban offense, you still have all these quick decks with what you would call it in them. Badgermole. Do I want to kill anything here? We can kill the bird. Just for funsies. There's a treasure cruise. I think we're gonna Raven form his other Trudge. Let's see if he double blocks. Let's get our Snare, boomerang, prismatic, this. Okay, that was a good pickup. 50% win rate and all. Gotcha. Do other decks play offense? Opponent Green Suns for 2. No meta decks? Gotcha. Well, I don't know. At least they did something. Am I flow stating here? I think so. I like all these. I think I'm just gonna hold on to a counter spell here. Opponent stuck on lands is good for us. There's another flow state. So that's Storm Chaser. Let's bounce this Fanatic back to hand. I might bounce his Garden too. And then maybe we'll replay the Spellbomb. For free, and then I guess we could. God, a free Spellbomb every turn is sick. Do I just want to? Yeah, let's just flow state. Those are good pickups. Oh no, it's a card that. You mean like this fucking 0 or these fucking elves making mana? I will say, I don't think Llanowar Elves should probably not be in standard. All right, so we have a nice little loop here with Bilbo and the like. Part of me wants to pick up a couple things here. I think I'm just going to rebuy 2 cards. Let's grab a counter spell. Or I'm sorry, not 2 cards. Grab a card and then maybe next turn we'll buy back the second one. He does find his 4th mana. Mr. Spiffman, how we doing? Okay, so we got into an Aether Spellbomb loop, which was pretty good there. We didn't really see Storm the Festival or anything. We haven't actually seen Fight Rigging, so I think he might just be on Trudge Devotion. Funny enough, he's playing Grove of the Burn Willows for red and Breeding Pool. I don't know how good this like Harbinger of the Seas would be. He's playing Badgermole though, so I guess if he like whatever, he can still make green mana. I kind of like what we have. Maybe we drop the Force and we just bring in 1 Harbinger because it's funny. I'm doing all right. Guys, I have a phone call for a greenhouse technician, like a research technician tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. It's a contract job, but at least it's fucking something. As much as I like bouncing something and then counterspelling, I think a 4-land hand's not really where I want to be right now. This is better, I think. Sometimes I think Mark is literally just... You mean like this fucking... Oh, Mark Rosewater? I think it's tough that they made Mark Rosewater like a public-facing person when, like, yes, he has a lot of influence on design, but he's not he doesn't have his hand in every pot of the design space. I'm wondering what red is for. Or maybe he just wants colorless so that he can he is the pot. Alright. Let's dismember this. I think we're just gonna Thought Scour ourselves while we have the extra bit of damage here. Trying to ponder. Swing for 3. Alright. I know, but he also, like, it's not, he doesn't call every shot. I learned how to fight them all. Yeah, guacamole. For breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Teamer Battle Crier. Spicy for sure. Alright, what do I want to do? Do I just want to bounce his Battle Crier? And swing? Or do I want to ponder and hope I find something relevant? I think I kind of have to bounce the Battle Crier and swing. This seems like the worst build of Teamer Battle Crier I've ever seen. He's like combining the worst parts of the 3 decks. I'm getting fucking Vietnam flashbacks from this stupid enchantment. I'm sorry. Arctic, I'm sorry. Kiora. Maybe it's just not bad hands. This Kiora art's crazy. Is okay. I love you. Alright, chat. Alright, well that was good. So let's ponder. See where that gets us. I like a lot of these cards. I like most of these cards, chat. I think I'd rather have a counterspell. We're gonna decline. We're gonna grab our Bilbo. Swing for 2. Yeah, it's not... He's playing, like, Trudge plus Fanatic of Ronus plus Badgermole and Disciple, but he's also playing Teamer Battle Crier. But then, like, he's not playing... We haven't seen any, like, actual Battle Cry pieces. Like, where's the Phyrexia Metamorph and all that jazz? Maybe I'm just being a baby. But... JTech tries to at least make a coherent deck. That's true. I do. I'm not that jank. Also, oh, we have to talk about fucking Heliod plus the new 3-mana Goblin Lady. Chat, I'm gonna mill my opponent here. Did he already use it? He used his Kiora -1, right? Yeah. So, we at least get to swing with Bilbo and fire off a Dismember, hopefully. Unless he, like, brought in a fight spell. There's some people playing real jank people. There's some people playing, like, 5-card combos. That's a little nutty even for me. Ew, I don't want either of these. I don't know. He might trade his Badgermole for our Bilbo. How many land? I think it might also be worth me treasure cruising. I play 20-card combos. It's called Grape Shot. Chat, Demtoes is a gamer. Demtoes, you're a gamer. How many? We have what? 9 cards, and we have to exile 7. What do I want to keep in there? Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. perfect. We'll treasure cruise, see what we find. Interesting. I think we just hold on to the counter spell. We're at 12. Opponent can currently hit us for 8. He does have... How much mana does he have? 6, 7, 8, plus an untap. He has 10 mana, chat. So we got to pick and choose our battles wisely when it comes to this counter spell that we have. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. You could have won if I had a grape shot. You're not wrong. Green Sun for 3. I'm going to counter that. I think that's a good target. Let's see if I get, like, Stubborn Denialed. I don't. Opponent still has 4 mana here. No, I'm sorry. He has 6 mana here. Maybe we should play... I wonder if, like, a one of, like, Enter the Enigma or something would be fun. To, like, give this unblockable. That might... Didn't we try that one time? What is going on? Opponent is portable holding... our Bilbo. Alright, chat. We need to somehow take out, 2 creatures. Can I do it? We're gonna ponder first. There's a Boomerang basics. Yes. Did I play a land? I need one more land to, bounce. Alright, chat. Lightning bolts for losers. They should just make a blue lightning bolt. That's what they should do. Give me blue lightning bolt. Give me Vapor Snag. I think Lightning Bolt... Don't talk bad about Lightning Bolt. I just want... Give me fucking Lightning Bolt in Historic, dude. Like, what the fuck? We can have Force Negation and, like, Snuff Out, but we can't have a fucking Lightning Bolt? What's going on there, boys? I hope he taps out for this fucking Otter. Hydroid Crisis, and he kills himself off the Waterlove Grove. Okay, alright. Alright, chat. We're against Teferi. We're gonna lead on a talent. And then hold up a counterspell on turn 2. I don't mean it's her faces. Case of the Lost Witness. Interesting. Opponent has a bunch of cards in hand. We could also just no, we'll just swing for 1. I'll hold up Double Thought Scour. Might have been better to just get in for 3 while we were there and hold up Force, but I'm a gamer. Find a Dismember, draw it into a second Force. I think I want to hold on to this one. Let's prowess ourselves. Prowess ourselves, get a trigger. Counterspell the Ribald Shanty. Get another trigger. Does he have a fatal push? I hope not. Boomerang basics. I haven't seen anyone play Case of the Lost Witness. Shieldred the Apocalypse. play Mr. Bilbo. How many cards do I have? I think it's worth me cruising now, right? Before he gets that thing back down. I want to keep this Dismember in here. And probably one Boomerang. Nice. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Should I ponder here? Probably. I think I'll take all of those. I don't think I'm gonna rebuy anything. I'm just gonna smack for 6 and hold on to Counterspell. Mana Hymn to the Ages. Find second Bilbo. And then I Boomerang, bounce my talent, and double pump. Okay. That felt quite good, chat. Let's bring in the Harbingers. What else did we see? A lot of just whatever magic. I don't know, we can bring in quite a bit here. I don't want to over sideboard. Is Ashyak worth it? Maybe not. Seems kind of beefy. Might want like a Riddler. Try something like that. Yeah, seems pretty good to me. I like all of these cards. I know it's a weird move to do that, but I'm going to try and force his case right away. So I want to turn this flow state on. He could surgical me. Which is kind of annoying, we get the shuffle. But if we hit another land, that'd be great. Maybe we just force a Bilbo here. Does it sound weird if I tell people I'm going to force a Bilbo?
I'm gonna force a Bilbo.
Not gonna Harbinger quite yet. Might get punished for it. You know what? I'll let that resolve. Does he have the counter spell here? He's got the shanty. I think I want the lands. Could have a Ballad or a Shieldred. If he has Shieldred, we have Dismember, so we're okay. The One Ring. We found a Thought Scour. Very good for us. I think we're just gonna drop a Spell Bomb. And just... Just gonna draw a card for free here, right? Power of the Spell Bomb loop feels pretty good. I mean, if we have Bobble, I think we'd do even better, but honestly, Spell Bomb's been pretty gas. Opponent's drawn a bunch of cards here. Second Mystical Dispute's pretty good. Flow State is also quite good. Jesus. Chat, who needs the One Ring when you can just flashback a whole shit ton of cards? So now we know he's just on like a Grixis Chorus Shell with Case of the Lost Witness. He might Surgical the Spell Bomb. Kind of feels like what he's pausing for. Cyber Siphoner? I think he'll pay the 3. How many cards I got in here? 8. Is it worth me just firing off? I think so. While I have the time. Dismember's a good pickup. Kind of leaves us open for a second here, but... What's he gonna get with this Siphoner? Just a Shanty? I'm here for it. We got quite a lot of grind potential. Opponent, I would assume, is just digging for a Shieldred at the moment. Finds a Fibblethip. The One Ring's quite annoying, but we're doing okay. I would. He has to have a Ballad by now, right? What's his Shanty up to? 4? That's tough. Do you have an answer to this? Be funny if you had a sign in blood, huh? Do we got him, chat? I think we got him. Got him! Yeah, you can't stop me from keeping this. You can't stop me. I'm gonna hurt myself so much. You think he's Affinity or some like wizard build? Wizards has really fallen out of favor, huh? Strict Proctor. Guess what? I got one for that too. The old double dismember. The old force of negation on the looting. Let's play our Bilbo. Strict Proctor. We're doing great, chat. We're doing so well. I'm having a blast. What do we got in here? Anything good? Is our opponent actually finding land drops? They are. Oh, chat. What an interesting... We're running out of gas, but what an interesting start here. This Bilbo's putting in fucking work. We still have double dismember, which is funny. We need a land. We're stuck on lands. Think he has another stifle. Chance for glory. You think, does he have removal? Opponents on, my opponents are just jamming some decks lately, huh? They're just melding all sorts of shit. Second Gideon. Okay. Okay. I'm with you, opponent. No land. Okay. Chat, I tapped a 2-lander and I'm being punished for it. I'm not having a good time. We do have Dismember, which is funny. But we don't have anything to do with it. Holy shit, a land. This is good news. This is great news, chat. This is great news. We can just do all sorts of fun stuff. Does he have another stifle? No. Does he have a counterspell of his own? No. Sick. Oh, I don't know how we won that. All right, let's go game 2, chat. Opponent is on some fucking crack. Holy shit. He's playing Gideon combo with Null Drift. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. We're bringing our Mystical Disputes, our Harbingers. I think we're going to bring in 2 Ashioks, too. Maybe a Surgical. Pithy Needle? Possibly? I don't want to go too crazy. Like one of Riddler. This Boomerang Basics doesn't seem great. Thought Scour can go down. Soul Guide came in pretty handy. Maybe drop like... maybe we don't need the Riddler. Holy shit. You have to deal... I'm trying to deal with 27 different angles of attack at the same time. I have to worry about Strict Proctor. Oh, I forgot about Strict Proctor. We probably should have kept in all the Dismembers. But holy moly. Plus, we were stuck on 2 lands. I think the good news is he's probably not playing that much counter magic in the main deck if he's trying to jam all of that other stuff. He's playing Gideon, Chance, Null Drifter, Stifles, Strict Proctor. Like, that's a lot to try and deal with. Ooh. Think he has a Force? No. There was a pause there. So either Surgical or probably a Force. We'll Mystical Dispute it. You think he has a second one? Actually, no, he can do that. He's gonna Stifle on his upkeep. Chat, you think he's gonna draw something? I had the Mystical Dispute, boys. Oh, he packed it. All right. Yeah, let's try it out. Opponent's on Giganta, which makes me think we might see a little Jund action. It's probably nice to have this Soul Guide. Turn 1, whatchamacallit. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Your thoughts sees us? Go for it, Super Chief. I feel like this might be a hard matchup. They have a lot of creatures. I mean, flashing back Dismembers and stuff is going to be helpful, but still a lot to try and fight. We might Soul Guide and then Ponder and see if we can find a Dismember for the inevitable Goyf. Takes my Tolarian Terror. think I'm just gonna chill for a second, hold on to a counter spell. He just draws Giganta. Okay. Fine by me. Holy shit, chat. Okay. I mean, he's got to do something at some point, right? We're just chilling for a moment. Iteration takes the Barrogoyf. Doesn't really do anything else. Okay. Let's eat his Croxa. He's really scared of this counterspell, which is so funny to me. Is he playing Snuff Out? What a fucking gamer. That's nuts. Snuff Out plus main deck Perilous Iteration. And no red sources so far. We're just trying to looking for a dismember. Well, there's a bunch of stuff we're looking for. I'm gonna force his Inquisition, because at least it gets us set up for Treasure Cruise a little bit. We'll just chill for a second. So you have something to play? We're doing great, chat. like that. I wouldn't mind trying to dig for a Talarian Terror either. Should we get rid of these sink into stupors? Probably. Boomerang's pretty good. Another dismember's pretty good. Running out of gas. We're doing much better than I thought we would. This does put us down to 3, which opens us up to a Croxa. Do I just want Treasure Cruise? I think so. I mean, Croxus hurts. Takes a Treasure Cruise. We have a Dismember, which we can't do anything with. Chat, I think we might want to put in a couple black sources. We're so close to dying. Fuck! Second Dismember. Chat, we're having a tough go. We're dead to a Pyrogoyf. We're dead to a piece of removal. We're dead to... We're dead to a lot. We missed our land drops. Ponder's a good pickup. Storm Chaser's talents are putting in work right now. Does he have a Fatal Push? He has a Snuff Out Hardcasted. Alright, he's got us. Jesus Christ! Wow, we are so grindy. I like what we're doing here. I'm having a good time. Holy shit. We're gonna drop a force. They don't want to... Well... Yeah, Quantum Riddler is probably just better. Maybe we just want Riddler in general over Terror. I feel like Riddler is just going to be a better card. But we were able to fend off for quite a while. We missed our land drops. We could have came back if we stayed on track with lands for Hall of the Storm Giants, but it just didn't work out that way. A one-lander into a Thoughtseize, probably not going to feel good. This is better. I think we'll ditch that for now. Try and find our third lands. But holy moly, chat. This matchup's fun. A lot of back and forth. I like a lot of these cards. I'm going to take a second Ponder. We can draw into the Riddler, and then we can Thought Scour ourselves, maybe. I assume he might take Harbinger, but he's probably getting basic Swamp here. Yeah. I might just take our Counterspell, too. Yeah. Let's Ponder. We're gonna shuffle. Okay. Good draw for us. Of course, our opponent's on like budget Jund. So they're just playing basics. Treasure Cruise is nice. We have enough to cruise here, too. I think we're just going to fire it off. Oh. Oh, no, no. I thought I clicked more than that, chat. Hold on. What is happening? What just happened? Hello? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Arena's a little slow, chat. Arena's a little slow. I'm gonna counterspell that. Is that weird? I don't think so. Yeah, he's just gonna swing. Just gonna play Storm Chaser's talent here. Obviously, he can Abrupt Decay. He might just Goif, which I think is also quite fine. Let's Ponder. See what we can find. I like most of these. Actually, I wonder if we bounce. Let's bounce this. Let's get a Bilbo. Yeah? Swing 4. Pyrodrive obviously sucks here, but I don't think he has one. Okay, good for us. Does he have the Abrupt Decay or the Snuff Out? We'll find out. Wow, these matches are taking quite a while, huh? He has the Thoughtseize for the Force. Ouch. We're almost at enough to just rebuy Treasure Cruise, but... Oh, he's got the push. Fuck me, chat. Do I want to Ponder here? I think so. Found his land. Does he have enough for a Goif? Okay. We'd also really like to find a Dismember. Could just draw Giganta. Does he have abrupt decay? Yeah. There it is. Running out of juice here, chat. We're just not getting any decent card advantage here. We were a little behind on lands for game 1 and game 2. So what? I'm assuming we're going to get our Harbinger decayed, and then he swings with Barrow Goyf, probably finds a Goyf. I mean, he might target this. I don't think he would eat this. Oh, he does. Okay. Swings with both. I think I have to block here. Why did he get a mountain if he has high arc? Rumble. And now I think we're just going to get overwhelmed. There's a Dismember. Doesn't help us too much. This deck's fucking sick, though. The fact that we're mono blue and still keeping up good pace against Jund is pretty good. I think we're going to want a couple black sources in the main deck. Maybe we just play a bunch of... Well, we'll see. He's playing Culling Ritual. And then we're just dead. Alright, chat. That was tough. Alright, this is match 7, technically. Yeah, this is match 7. We're 5-1. Opponent, of course, is playing 233 cards, chat. We haven't been losing. We haven't been losing, chat. No, we haven't ran into Ruby. We played Teamer Battlecryer, a Grixis Chorus List, a Jeskai Lotus, Jund. Opponent played that. Okay. Alright, chat. Alright, chat. Love this for me. This is going great. Chalice of the Void, of course. The 250 card deck has Chalice of the Void. We haven't even been losing that much, boys. We really haven't even been losing that much. Is it worth me just, like, firing shit off just to prowess? Yeah. I just want the prowess trigger. We have Raven form in the sideboard to hit artifacts. Whenever you become the target, creature tokens get What the fuck is going on, chat? Creature tokens get -1, -0. Oh, we do have an answer to Sink into Stupor. I'm so smart. We have an answer with Sink into Stupor to his Chalice. How is this man playing Chalice plus Amulet of Safekeeping? What's wrong with the format? Cloud Key. So he's Artifact Tribal. Jesus Christ. All right, I think I just want to get some value here. So we're just going to Storm Chaser, Boomerang, Storm Chaser. We don't need to play Riddler quite yet. Oh, I guess we could have bounced the other one, but that's okay. Swing 4. All right, chat. We can land plus Riddler next turn, hopefully. Maybe we don't even want to. Rune Scarred Obelisk. Chat, we're gonna fucking lose. Chalzon one's fine. Maybe we just rebuy the Sink into Stupor, to be honest. What was that? W. McCain? Thank you for the follow. Holy shit, we don't get followers around here. What am I doing? Am I just buying back Sink into Stupor? Probably. Or Counterspell. How much mana does he have? He's getting up there. Let's just buy back Counterspell for now. We got him on, what, a 4-turn clock? Boom, boom. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Jank Tank. I appreciate you. I'm Plum, by the way. Sorry, I'm not a very good streamer. I'm just a Magic guy. But hello, I'm Plum. I'm a writer for mtgazone.com. I do their fun and jank articles. I'm also the creator of mtgjanktank.com, which is a website that's just a library of cool decks that I think are neat. It's a little slow. I made it myself, so sorry about that if it doesn't work. But you can type !decks if you want to see all the decks we play on stream on my Mox field. We have over 670. How many decks are we at? Chat, we have 672 lists on my Mox field, which are all not necessarily like jank. We try to make competitive stuff here, somewhat. Iron Apprentice countered. Get wrecked, nerd. Okay, I think I'm just activating Hall of the Storm Giants, and we're smacking. Good for me, chat. Good for me. Okay. Game 2. I feel like we're pretty good here. I don't think Harbinger really does a whole lot for us. I do like Tidebinder here. There's a chance we want a Vexing Bauble, and I like Raven Form as well. Probably a Pithing Needle, too. Surgical. Ashiok? No. Mistral Dispute? No. Alright, what's not great here? We don't need Soul Guide. Maybe... Do we want to drop the Aether Bombs altogether? Maybe we'll drop a Dismember. Let's drop a Thought Scour, a Ponder. Spellbomb's pretty good. Maybe drop a Boomerang Basics. Let's run it back like something like that. Chat, I'm coming up on our 100th article. Storm Chasers Challenge into a Bilbo. This is a little more aggressive than our last hand, so let's see how it works. Kind of icky to not have a force or anything, or counterspell, but hopefully our opponent's just slow. Unless they turn to a Chalice again, and then I fucking cry. Oh god, chat. Oh god, okay. Whew. What am I doing? Are we just playing second Storm Chasers talent? I think so. What are the chances we miss our land drop off this Ponder next turn? Pretty high? Pretty high. 3 mana. Artificer. Again. Please. Chalice on 1. Fuck my life, chat. Riddler? Nah, let's Bilbo. This Chalice on 1 really getting me. Surge Hacker mech. I don't know what that does. Deals damage equal to twice the number of vehicles you control. Holy shit. This guy's gaming. He has better RGB gamer chair than I do. Am I just dumping stuff in the yard here? I think so. We're just gonna get a double prowess trigger here and dump another card for Treasure Cruise. How many vehicles can a man be playing? Nesting grounds. Don't you love when we face these decks? We just get to see cards we've never seen before in our lives. This is a really pretty cataract. Power Stone Shard. You got it, Super Chief. We find a Gloomlake Verge. Good pickup. Is there anything worth... No. Wait, how much mana is this? Yeah, we have 4, so we're fine. Not that it matters too much, but... Okay, Flow State's a good pickup. Let's smack him for 2. I left what? Just a sorcery in there, so we can turn on Flow State next turn. God Pharaoh's Statue. No thanks. No thank you, sir. Alrighty. He still has 2 mana. Off of this, whatchamacallit. Let's Flow State. Don't know exactly what I want. JK. I want both of these. Can I... We'll just swing. This is sorcery speed, right? It's just worth me to keep sync, right? I think so. Each artifact enchantment in your graveyard resolves, sir. Yeah, because we can... Well, we'll see. This makes him move a counter. What? Okay. Okay. I like that. I like this a lot. Let's ponder first. If we can find like another bounce spell. Little Akko Taco, huh? We have 4 mana. We can bounce. We can't do a whole lot. So let's just take the Spell Bomb plus the second. Yeah. Let's foretell this. Play the land. We could play and bounce, but that's not worth it. Let's just swing. We'll hold on to Counterspell for a turn. And then next turn, if he decides to swing at us again, we can double sink into Stupor. And hopefully punch some damage through. It does not block with the Apprentice. Never seen anyone play Nesting Grounds in my life. And he moves it back. Okay. Okay. Alright. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. He decides not to swing one. Interesting. So, we can Raven form the Chalice. And give him a 1/1. And then we can play the Spell Bomb. Then we can bounce the Artificer. No, probably better just bounce the Trash Bot, right? And then we still have Sync. We could also just force a block, but what if he just has fucking something stupid in hand? He's gonna actually... How much does this cost the crew? It costs 4. In which case, our opponent just dies. Okay. Got him! This deck is sick. I don't remember. I don't think I thought of this by myself. I don't remember. I saw Dismember plus Bilbo somewhere. Probably Twitter. And I was like, that sounds fucking sick. Because you can just, like, free removal every turn is awesome. We did make a couple tweaks. We added 4 Gloom Lake Verge over some islands. And then we swapped out the Tolarian Terrors for Riddler. I think Riddler is just going to provide us some more utility. Especially with, like, Boomerang basics. I don't know if you're ever going to get to a point where you have to, like, bounce and replay and stuff. But at least you can. But overall, we did lose to Jund, but I think that matchup is very winnable. I just didn't do a good job of mulliganing, and we had a couple land problems. But Abrupt Decay was a little tough. We brought in Harbingers against him, but he was on a more budget mana base, so he had like a bunch of basics and stuff, so it didn't affect too much. But Dismember and like Boomerang basics to keep the Goyfs in check, and then just counterspelling everything felt pretty good. Plus, we have main deck Soul Guide with access to some better stuff in the sideboard. So, I think that matchup's probably okay. At least 50-50. We didn't face High Noon. We didn't face Ruby Storm. We didn't face Frog. We didn't see Yogg or anything. We kind of hit some, like, old school all-stars. Jeskai Lotus, Battle Crier combo. Grixis Chorus. We haven't seen a lot of those in quite a while, but not too shabby overall. I'm pretty happy with how the deck performed. I like what we're doing here. Bilbo's freaking gas, and I think our cantrip suite was pretty solid. We saw Treasure Cruise a lot of time. Thought Scour to help fuel Bilbo felt really good. Storm Chaser's talent looping Boomerang basics was pretty solid as well. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the main board. You could probably maybe adjust like your numbers here a little bit and what artifacts you play in general, but I think Aether Spellbomb, being able to draw a card every turn off of Bilbo or just bounce a threat every turn off of Bilbo is good enough. I think that felt pretty solid. I know we don't have Bobble, but they did a pretty good impression. Ponder plus Vista felt great, but overall, yeah, very impressed by this list. Sideboard felt really good too. We added in a few Damping Spheres. We'll see how those play in the future, but overall, I think I'm pretty happy with, like, besides some numbers, probably like 71 out of 75 cards here. Some sideboard stuff could probably switch around, so I feel like I'm at like 70 out of 75 for the deck list. But yeah, I'll post a video of our matches if anyone missed anything on YouTube at some point. But Bilbo's fucking good in this shell. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.